Question and answer. Sorry, I've dropped that like a hot potato actually. I started it and then dropped it. Life got too busy. Okay, next question is... Hello, Zyla. Next question is, was put to me, how will I know and when will my female puppy come into season? So your season can be anywhere from 7-8 months through to 12 months, 13 months for your first one. Usually it's around 8 to 10 months. Basically like girls, you know, some get it earlier, some get it later, some get it very heavy, some get it very light. Some last 3 days, some last 10 days. Your first season can be a bit hickledy-pickledy while your body adjusts and tries to adapt and learn what it's all about, because that is their first one. So how do you know? Well, you'll know if you're really in tune with your dog. If you've got a dog that's in a massive busy house full of kids and you're not with it on a really sort of soulful level, you may not notice. But if you've got your pup and you live like attached to each other, you may see some changes. She may be sookier, she may be more affectionate, she may be a bit more fearful, or she may not. Some just doesn't affect them. Their drive just pushes through it and they don't actually really recognize that they're even coming into season. So from there, physically, you can tell by, obviously the boobs will start to swell, the vulva swells, and the vulva can get quite large. It will obviously get discharge. That can be clear to start with. It's not necessarily blood. And on that, it's not actually blood. It's part of the wall, of the uterus wall. So when we all say we're bleeding, it's not actually really blood per se. So often some people don't even notice until they see the first drips on a bed or on some of their bedding or on the floor. And think, oh, has my dog cut their foot? Where does that blood come from? Check the behind, because you'll find the vulva's probably discharging a bit of menstrual material. So basically, again, being a first season, we've known of some to go full 5 weeks still spotting blood. That's unusual. Some only go 2-3 days spotting, and that's it. Some usually run of the mill is 5 to 7 days of spotting. From there, you start your count from when they stop discharging menstrual material. So when there's no more spotting on beds or blankets, wipe. Don't just trust that, because dogs are very good at keeping clean. Get a white tissue, pat it. If it's not got any discharge, give it a good clean. Try again in a few hours, try again in a few hours, try again in a few hours. If you've got 24 hours of no bleeding, 48 hours of no bleeding, still may keep an eye on it, but start your count from then. And it's 2 to 3 weeks post bleeding, not when they start. I can't give you the exact cycle time frames and all of that. You can find all of that on Google, but just know from experience through breeders and people that have had multiple dogs and accidental litters, not myself, but just the knowledge out there, it can be up to 3 weeks. It shouldn't be, but it could be up to 3 weeks post bleeding. Make sure you keep it clean, because you don't actually want to bring the scent to the park. Then you're inviting other dogs. So during your season, what do you do? During your season, it ranges from the dog is in total lockdown for the entire 4 weeks, 5 weeks, for the whole process, from the start of the spotting through the spotting and the 2 to 3 weeks afterwards. For example, my breeder, she won't take them off the property because of the disease risk, as in not parvo, but pyometra. UTIs can be more common, and various other infections. So she goes to the extreme and won't take them out at all. Then I go to a trainer who was a top level sports competitor. She trains all the way through the season with her bitch. So I guess what we do there, though, we make different choices. So she'll go places that there legitimately is no dogs. You do not go anywhere where there's other dogs. You do not walk your dog from your driveway on a walk and back. If you want to take it somewhere, put it in the car, drive it there, walk it, play with it, whatever, train it, drive it back. Why? Because then you're not leaving a scent trail for 500 metres either side of your driveway for other dogs to follow you home and hassle your dog and potentially try to break through fences. It is an old myth, but it is a true one. They can smell for like a kilometre away. So if you've got a really strong scent path trail from your driveway, they'll find you. So on that note, yes, some take them right out, some don't. Bear in mind, what is the dangers of taking them out? Potential risk of disease, minimal, but it's there. The main concern for me, why I tell my clients, do not take them out, please don't, is because most of my clients would not be able to get another male Rottweiler, a Cane Corso, a Bull Mastiff, a Bauble, an American Staffy, American Bulldog, a Pit Bull. Think all your German Shepherd, Great Dane, think all your big breeds and your big hereditary breeds, right? Your little girl doesn't want them humping her, and if they come flying across a park raging, it's a fight, it's a dog fight. She will fight them off, they will fight her back, and you possibly get caught in the middle. So I guess if you're going to do that, you drive somewhere where you can see 360 degrees, you open your car door, you leave your car door open, and you only work your dog in a bubble of around 20-metre circle near your car. Then if you see a dog coming, you can get your dog in the car. That's probably the only way I would make a concession for that. Me, myself, I'm happy to go to town with a Cane Corso. Let's go, me and you know. And it's not the dog's fault, but I'm happy to get in there and get it sorted. I don't recommend that for any of you out there. You will get bitten and you will get hurt. So probably don't take them out is the best option, unfortunately. And how often? Twice a year. Once you've had your first one, it's twice a year. When do you de-sex? You de-sex 2 to 2.5 years, depending on your dog and your vet, unless there's a medical intervention required prior to that. What else? Water, UTIs. Make sure they have a lot of water available, a lot of fresh, cold water available, and a lot of extra toilet breaks. So if your dog sleeps in a crate overnight, for example, mine do, they can sleep 8-9 hours in there without a toilet break. But Sala's de-sexed. If she was in season, I would get up every 3 hours and take her out for a toilet break, because that's where you get your UTI. That's where that comes up. Nappies, diapers, and menstrual aids like that are very, very good if you want to keep your house clean and stuff like that. They do not prevent a male dog attacking your dog. They do not prevent sex if one gets to your dog, and they do not prevent the smell that brings all the trouble with the Randy Andy boys to you. So they're not a safeguard at all. They create UTIs, they create bacteria because they don't breathe. So for sure, they're okay for in the house for a few hours a day, but don't leave them on all day, all night, or else you end up with thrush and UTIs and all those other fun things. So my next pup will be a bitch, so I'll be joining you all on that journey. Enjoy your girls and give them lots of cuddles, because it's probably the only time they're sooky.